Good morning. It's the week of July 23rd. I'm Karen Hamstra, and welcome to Title Talk. I have several new books to show you this week. The first is Ann Tyler's new novel called Clock Dance. This follows the story of a woman in her transformative journey through life. It starts out in 1967, just after her mother leaves her father and her younger sister, and tells how she copes as a schoolgirl. I have read an excerpt from about the first 16 pages of this book, and it was a good read so far. So Clock Dance by Ann Tyler. Next, we have The World is a Narrow Bridge by Aaron Thier. I'm not sure about the pronunciation of his name. It is about two millennial parents, Murphy and Ava, and they've almost decided to have a baby when Yahweh, the Old Testament God, appears to Ava and makes an unwelcome demand. He wants her to be his prophet. He also wants her to manage his social media presence, and they go all over the country trying to fulfill this quest or assignment. Next, we have a book called Crazy Rich Asians by Kevin Kwan. This is supposed to be Dynasty on steroids. That would be a little different. Here we have a Hoosier author, Susan Crandall. She wrote Whistling Past the Graveyard, which was a really good book, if you didn't catch that one already. This one is called The Myth of Perpetual Summer. And it says Tallulah James's parents' volatile relationship, erratic behavior, and hands-off approach to child rearing set tongues to wagging in their staid Mississippi town, complicating her already uncertain life. She takes the responsibility of shielding her family's reputation and raising her younger twin siblings onto her youthful shoulders. I'm looking forward to reading this new one by Susan Crandall. She's really good. Pardon my email chimes. Usually I turn that all off. Here we have a new large print book by Johanna Lindsay, Marry Me by Sundown. I would call this a Western romance novel. Another large print, Lisa Kleypas, Hello Stranger. I think this is a really steamy book, so if you like steamy romances, this one might just be for you. Preston and Child, The Pharaoh Key. This one is a Gideon Crew novel. If you read that series, we now have it in large print. And last but not least, in large print, we have Bill Clinton and James Patterson's new book, The President is Missing, which has been a pretty good seller, I understand. Here's another fiction book called Kill the Farm Boy. Notice the subtitle, if you can see that. Once, period, upon, period, a time. That's A space P-U-N, upon a time. It's a fantasy novel. It says it's a rollicking fantasy adventure that upends numerous genre tropes in audacious style. It is the first in a series. And here's a hot new number by Beatrice Williams, The Summer Wives. It too is a romance. It is billed as the essential novel of the season, a ravishing post-war fable of love, class, power, and redemption, set among the inhabitants of an exclusive island off the New England coast. The Summer Wives. And just a few nonfiction books for you. This one is called The Stone Crusher. It is the true story of a father and son's fight for survival in Auschwitz by Jeremy Dronfield. I think the subtitle pretty well says it all. This looks kind of like a neat book if you want to try some different things to make with your sewing machine. Heavy duty sewing, making backpacks and other stuff by Anton Svankist. That's probably not how you pronounce his name either, but I'm really interested in seeing this book. And then finally, this book seemed very appropriate to me, What to Read and Why by Francine Prose. It is capacious and encouraging. Prose's little guide will motivate people who love books, and I hope that you're those people. Check out a book this week and read. See ya. Bye.